Hi there, and thanks for joining me today. My name is Lisa Tabor, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada. Today I'm going to do my first paper pumpkin video. I've been getting paper pumpkin for about a year, but I've never done a video. Well, as you know, I haven't been doing videos all that long, but this paper pumpkin is a 7th anniversary paper pumpkin. And so it's a little special. You actually get 2 sets of stamps in this one. So when you get your paper pumpkin, I'll show you what you get. It's great. So in your first paper pumpkin, you'll get a block that looks like this, so that you can, you don't have to spend any extra money. Your first paper pumpkin comes with a block, and the stamps always will fit on this block. You also, in each paper pumpkin, will get a little colored Stampin' Spot, and each month it's different. This month it's basic gray, and this month we get 2 sets of stamps. So we get the little clouds and some I don't know what those are actually. Some little texture and a little flower, some raindrops, and over here we have a little, like a doorway, a little bunny, some flowers, grass, and some boots. There's some really cute sentiments on here as well. And it comes like this, wrapped in tissue paper every month. And then all of your supplies come in here. Now this is a refill. I've gone through my first one already, but it comes packaged like this. And the outside box is usually orange, and it comes plastic wrapped so that the weather can't get at it depending on where you live or how your shipping goes. Your box will always be pristine. So now I'm just going to open this and get this out of the way. And I'll show you what comes in here. It's absolutely just all-inclusive. It's fabulous. So in here, you have your card, like your little note cards, and there's 3 different designs for each of 3 different designs. So we have this one with the little boot. These are really cute. Then we have, this is like a little sky with a little, like, looks like a rain petal. And then the other one is cloudy skies with a bit of grass. And then it always comes with little punch outs. They're little die cut printed elements, so that you don't have to worry about, having a die cutter or having to fussy cut anything. It's all ready for you to go. It also comes with Stampin Dimensionals. You've seen me use these before. They make, your things pop up on your page. And also you'll get your adhesives as well, these little glue dots. Now if you want to use liquid glue and you have liquid glue, you sure can. But this comes with little glue dots so that you don't have to even worry about whether or not you have ink. And so these little glue dots just, you just pop them on the paper and then pop them on your cardstock and then pop this little cover off, and then you have like a little glue dot. And then this month there's these cute little elements. Oh, let's see if I can put them on here. I don't know whether you can see them. Not really. Let me grab something dark. Hold on. There. Yeah, I think that's better. So you can see there's like little raindrops and little dots. Very cute. And they're self-adhesive, so all you have to do is like pop them off and put them on your project. And you have these little cute epoxy little droplets, as well as some decorative little twine. And this looks like it's Whisper White and perhaps Pear Pizzaz. Not sure. So this all comes. So if you're not a stamper and you'd like to see whether this is something for you, there are many alternatives to the Stampin' Up! Subscription. You can do it as a one-time only. You can do it for 3 months, 6 months. Just go onto the website, either paperpumpkin.com or critters'nink.com. And if you go to critters'nink.com, you can just subscribe down and subscribe down. Scroll down on the left-hand side and you'll see a little thing for Paper Pumpkin, and that will take you right to the Paper Pumpkin page. So this kit includes card bases, printed envelopes, printed die cuts, baker's twine, the rain and dewdrop elements, dimensionals, and adhesive dots. And they even tell you what your coordinating colors are if you had some cardstock, if you want to go ahead and make your own alternatives, which we're going to do today. So the alternative colors or the coordinating colors are Bomby Blue, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, Grapefruit Grove, Gray Granite, Pear Pizzaz, Petal Pink, Shaded Spruce, and So Saffron. Cute, eh? And then on the inside, it has step-by-step directions, as well as there's a little ruler down here. It tells you here on the bunny card to tie a bow using 11 inches of the twine. So you can go ahead and measure. There's a 9-inch ruler here. So you can measure your twine right on here. You really don't need anything else except perhaps a pair of scissors to cut your twine. Isn't that great? All right. So, oh, and I didn't show you these. So this is also part of your die cut elements. There's little circles with this. It's printed. It's like our little stitched outlines that we punch out, or with, you know, the dies on the Big Shot, but these are printed little dots, and then these little cute little elements as well. So cute. And yeah, so, oh, and then I forgot about the envelopes. So the envelopes, they have always coordinating envelopes in the colors. So we have the So Saffron, Shaded Spruce, and Petal Pink coordinating envelopes. And if you wanted to make these into a bigger card like we're going to do today, you can actually not use these envelopes because this won't obviously fit because this is a full-size card. You can just open up your envelopes and use this as part of your decorative paper. Lots to do in this little box. This will keep you out of mischief for a while. If any of you have seen, I was working on cards the other day, and one of my cats, Georgie, was trying her best to have a little nap in my Paper Pumpkin box. So let's get started. So today, we're gonna make this cute little card. And I just have a basic black card base. And we're going to create some clouds using stencils and Versamark and the Shimmer White embossing powder. So in this Patterned Party Decorative Masks, which is in the annual catalog, I chose the cloud one. Now I could have used the clouds that come with, if you don't have the stencil, you can go ahead and just use this cloud with the Versamark and then just put your embossing powder on it. Oh, here comes another cat. Oh, Georgie, come on, puss. Let's go. Yeah, you, way you go. Here, sit on there. I had the other one on the table a little while ago and I had to scoot her away as well. So if you don't have the stencils, you can certainly by all means use this cloud with your Versamark ink and your embossing powder and just do it that way. So I am going to use the stencil though just to show you how easy it is to use that. So I'm going to get my stuff organized here. So I've got my card base. So I'm going to cut my Pear pizzaz, and I need it to be, where's my notes? I need it to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. So I'm going to go 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. There. Okay, and while I've got my trimmer out, I'm actually going to trim my card here. So I'm going to just put that in to my trimmer, just where the score line is just like a smidgen to the left of the blade, and I'm just going to cut that off. We don't need that right now. And you can see this is going to fit on here quite nicely. Actually, I could trim off just a little bit on this side. I think I will. Like literally 1/8 of an inch. See if I like that better. And I do. See, that looks much better. Okay, so I can get rid of this now. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab my Versamark and a sponge. And I'm going to have my embossing powder handy. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm just going to rub it over the top of my card because I don't want to get embossing powder where I don't want to have embossing powder. And if you have fingerprints or static, you could end up with embossing powder where you don't want it. All right, so this is a small project, so I'm not really going to tape it down. I'm just going to plot this on here. And I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to ink it up with the Versamark. And I'm just going to there. Okay. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper. You can see here, I had a little bit of ink on my sponge. I thought I had washed it, but I guess I didn't, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to give this a little quick stir. Sometimes I find the little glitters sink to the bottom. And then I'm just going to sprinkle that on here. Yeah, you can see here, even though I used the embossing buddy, I guess it was a little cavalier with the Versamark. Okay, I'm going to put that back in my jar. And put the lid on it. The other day, I think I said this in my last video, the other day I was doing a video and I neglected to put the lid on my embossing powder and I brought over the heat tool. Of course it's fan propelled and there was embossing powder everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to grab my embossing tool, or my heat tool rather. There, and you'll be able to see it start to change. Isn't that neat? This absolutely never gets old. There. Okay, that's done. So now, believe it or not, we're ready to assemble our card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my snail and just assemble the card. This is probably one of the easiest cards I've ever done. So I'm just going to layer that on top of the Pear pizzaz. And take my card base. My card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. The measurements will all be in the description below. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this right centered right in the middle of that. Okay, so now in the paper pumpkin kit, there are sheets of pre-cut elements, and so really you don't need to have dies, you don't need to have anything really. And so on this card I use this little boot, and I think on this card I'll use maybe the bigger boot. This one here, it's kind of cute. And for the sentiment, I just used one of the little blue flagged elements here, and I'm going to stamp on it with the Balmy Blue, which is one of the coordinating colors. And I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm just going to finish up this sheet. Waste not, want not. You can use every little bit of your dimensional pack. There's no waste whatsoever. So I'm going to flip my boots over. I'm never stingy with my dimensionals. I like my dimensionals. I use a lot. Sometimes a little over the top, but you know what? It's not going to sag. And that's important to me, not to be saggy. And when you hit 60, that's a big issue. Okay, so I'm just going to place that there for a second. I just want to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't feel that I need to put any of the other flowers on it, but I think what I'm going to do before I mount it is I'm going to grab a Wink of Stella here. I love Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glimmer onto the daffodils here. I put Wink of Stella on a lot of things. I love it. There, I don't know if you can see the shimmer. Doesn't show up that well. Actually, it doesn't seem all that shimmery. I'm just going to add a little bit. My brush might be dry. I've been using it like mad. I just got shimmer everywhere. Oh, that's better. I put shimmer pretty well. Wink of Stella. I winkify almost everything. That's better. So clean up my winkify here. I've got it every place that I don't need it to be. There. So I think you probably can see it now. There's a bit of shimmer in there. My camera's in a different spot today, and I'm there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to tie a little bit of this twine, and I'm just going to make a little bow. Maybe I'll come up here. Just a little bow there. That's not very tight. I'll just redo that. Oh, here's the problem. I'm going to pop this off because it keeps sitting on there. It doesn't want to pop off. Oh, here we go. butter. There. There. Okay, and then I'll put my piece of dimensional back on there. And that's actually going to hold. Geez, I must have had too much coffee this morning. I'm shaking. There. Okay, and I'm just going to plop my boot right here. And I punched out a couple of little hearts too, which now I can't find, so I'll plunk out a couple more. And I'm going to put little pieces of dimensional on that as well. Now there are mini dimensionals that you can purchase. And actually I have a package of those here. They're just little wee ones. Just going to grab my take a pic tool. Alternatively, if you don't have any of these, you certainly can just cut your larger dimensionals into little pieces. There. Oh, that's so cute. What else? Let's see. So we've got our sentiment little flag here. And, okay, so let's see. Oh, we could use Let Love Grow. No, I don't think I like that one. I think I'm going to use Hello from Timeless Tulips. I think I'm just going to use Hello. And this is from the Timeless Tulips, which are in the Spring Mini Catalog, which is good until June. If you don't have one, I'd be happy to send you one, or you can check it out on my online store. If you do place a purchase during the month of April, here is my host code for the month of April, which is also, you can find that on my blog. And so if you choose to place an order between now and the end of April, don't forget to check out the host code. Now, if you do place an order and it's over $200, do not use the host code, because you will earn Stampin' rewards from Stampin' Up. And I'd rather see you get those. So if you have any questions about how that all works, just, pop me an email at critters'nink@gmail.com or click on the contact button. Okay, I'm going to flip these over. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the bottom of this. And also in this kit were little gems, and I put them somewhere safe. Oh, you know what? I didn't want that one there, because this one is going to actually sit on the boot, which is already on a dimensional, so I don't want this on dimensionals. So I'm going to put a glue dot on there. So these glue dots are great. They're just paper backed. So you just pop them on and then pop off the paper. And then I can just put the glue dot onto the boot, and the dimensional will lift up the other side. And these come with every paper pumpkin kit, so that you don't have to have anything except pretty much a pair of scissors. And if you want to do alternatives, you just need a little bit of paper. All right, so see what I did with my little gems. As I said, when I was cleaning up yesterday, I put them somewhere safe. God knows where the heck that is. There. So these are the little gems that came. I don't know if you can see that. Nope. Let's see if I can put it on the black. There you go. So some of them look like little raindrops, and some of them look like little dots. So I'm going to put a couple of the raindrops coming out of the clouds. Oops. It's a bit crooked. There. You can't, they're not like noticeable, but they just had a bit of dimension. I just love them. So cute. And then I'm just going to put a clear one, maybe over here. And then I was looking yesterday, I found some Share What You Love Artisan Pearls, and the little blue ones in here are a pretty good match for the balmy blue here. So I'm just going to grab one of those and stick that on here. There, so that's the outside of the card, dirt easy. And on the inside of the card, I'm just going to put this all back in the box so I don't lose it. And on the inside of the card, I popped out a little bunny. Okay, so I'm going to take this bunny and I'm going to use this grass, but I'm going to color it with the Stampin' Right marker on the brush side to just color one of the grasses. Now, if you want to, you can obviously just put a piece of masking tape or something over the one image. And just ink it up that way, but don't forget to take the masking tape off. Ask me how I know. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a little huff. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the corner there. And I'm going to glue my little bunny guy. Okay, and that's the inside of my card. This is just the quickest little card. And just center that right, oops. Center that right in there. There, perfect. And there's our card. So cute, so fast. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you're interested in paper pumpkin, check out my website. Again, it's critters'nink.com. And stay safe. I know this is difficult for all of us. I find I'm getting a little bit hut nutty. Yesterday we just went out for a drive in the country just to get out of the house a little bit. And it was really quite lovely. It wasn't the nicest of days, but today the sun is out. My husband's out doing yard work. It's great. Anyway, thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate you taking time to spend with me, and stay safe, wash your hands, and be kind. Thanks for now. Bye.